Hey guys, welcome to the day one of RemoteEngine DSA Series, and today we're going to jump into arrays and we're going to solve a very easy problem which is a medium level of lead code, that is change the matrix zeros, set matrices zeros. So the problem clearly states here, like for example, if you find a zeroth element here, you need to convert the whole row and the whole column to zero. Well, my initial approach was to identify the zero and continuously change the rows and columns, but that would create a domino effect because that will create another zeros, and when we reiterate again, it will create a domino effect and will convert the whole matrix zero. You will get to know about it. For example, if this is zero and in the same loop I change this also zero, so this one will also get converted to zero and this will be always converted to zero, and that's not we wanted. So what we're going to do, we're going to store the zeros in rows and in columns in a separate set, and then we're going to reiterate again through the array to find out if the row that we are iterating through is present in the rows that we want to convert it zero, and if the condition is true, we convert the element to zero. So let me code, and I will tell you what to do it here. So we're going to do segments here. So for example, and there is calls to 0, then we iterate through the loop for I in range length of matrix, and for column we can just say for j in range length matrix of columns, right? Perfect. Then we're going to do if matrix I is equals to 0, then we're going to simply add this row and column index to 0 dot add I, and in the similar calls to 0 dot add j. Since now we have all the rows or the columns that we need to convert to 0, what we're going to do, we're going to run the loop again, and here we're going to find out if I in rows to 0 or j in calls to 0, if the rows that we are iterating through is present in the rows that we want to convert to 0, if this condition matches with what we're going to do, we're going to go to matrix and convert the I and j is equals to 0. Since the question demands we should not return anything, so we're not returning anything. Let's try and run that code. Okay, calls to 0 is not defined. Okay, it's called. One second, I'm gonna change it here. Pretty good. See, everything is passed. We're going to go ahead and submit this code now. Okay, we did it with 100% beats. So that's how we going to solve the matrix problem. In tomorrow's lesson, we're going to learn another problem of array. Until then, you should try this, but before jumping into the solution, you should try brute force approach and try to find out if there is another one, a more optimal approach, which is there, I cannot tell you in this small video, but there is one more approach that you should find out and try. First you find out about with yourself, and then you try, and see you in the next one.